educational purposes, right? And we are live. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, good night, Alpha John, good night, Misha, good night, Justin Torres, good night. Let me see who's on the chat tonight. Amanda Williams, we have Mr. Brent Thomas on the call. Special respect to this gentleman right here. Chairman 10 going Chairman 25 very soon, right? We have, who else is on the call tonight? We've seen iPhones on the call. We're seeing, Lisa B, Patrice, Mr. Paul Harrison, good trader right there. Miss Rihanna Forbes, Mr. Reese Singh, top trader coming out of Trinidad and Tobago right there. Who else do we have on the call? Faraz Khan, special good night to everybody. Good night, Mr. Samuel on the call, Mr. Jeremy Richards. Welcome, everybody. Good night. Again, we are about to max out this call, ladies and gentlemen. Ensure that your teams are on this call and plugged in. We are about to start. So, as you all know, we always like to begin, with the end in mind, right? We like to have that up front. Remember, I said the BT Resource channel has this particular spreadsheet. If you don't have it, no problem, right? But what I want to show you guys is this, right? You have $100 account, and now this is for everybody. If you just start trading, if you're already a master trader, it doesn't matter. You need to be sure of knowing what is your daily goal for the day, because if you don't trade with a daily goal, you're basically playing with greed, and greed on the forex market is not something we want to play with. So let's say you had $100 account, and you know your goal on, tonight we're going to catch some pips tonight. We're looking for 50 to 100 pips. That is the norm. That is the standard we set here at 10 Chairman 10s, ladies and gentlemen, and at the BT channel. Good night, Mr. Steve Torres, right? So 50 to 100 pips, but that's if the market gives us something. I know the market was a bit slow this morning, right? I don't know how many of you felt that, but, this is the norm we tend to set. We are a winning team, and we are about to do great things right now. So here it is, right? This is what it is. Your goal is $5 for the day, right? And, probably on this call, we're looking to catch probably 30 pips or 40 pips with a particular trade. Cool. We have your lot sizes there, right? You know the spreadsheet is what you need to use. If that is your recommended lot size, you're not over leveraging. We are practicing proper risk management at all times. Underline that for those who are taking notes, proper risk management, right? So your goal is $5. You see, we call a trade. Your profit has reached $8. Good. You reach $8. What do you need to do? Go for $10 or save your $5. Smart people on the call tonight. Should I save my $8 or should I go for the $10? If I know my daily goal is $5, should I save or should I go for the 10? Let me know. But I know the people who know the correct answer, they will know what to do. But the correct answer is you should just save your $8. Make sure to save your profits, because if your goal is $5, you want to make sure you have your goal set, because you don't want to lose the money. You don't want the market, basically turn on you. Save. Everybody's saying save. Well done, right? Well done. So like I said, this spreadsheet is your mastermind trader here, right? If you have $100 account, if you have a $600 account, 5% today, your goal is $30, right? It's telling you a lot size. You could change the spreadsheet for whatever your account size is. So always trade with a goal in mind, ladies and gentlemen, right? Moving on from the confirmation checklist, we have our goal in mind. Now we're going to look at what market is open right now. A lot of people, they are basically confused with all the different times and, the markets are open right now. So basically, this is something that was given in the IML Academy. I mean, when I was looking at the IML Academy, ladies and gentlemen, I looked very closely at it. Why? Because, I wanted to learn everything I needed to learn. And this was it for me. Disabled. Cool. Right? I wanted to make sure to learn everything I needed to learn. So forex.timezoneconverter.com is your time zone converter. So you can see all the different opening times and closing times of the different sessions. So right now we are in the market overlap for the Australian market and the Tokyo session. So the Sydney and the Tokyo sessions are open right now. We know these sessions are basically slow. As Mr. Alpha John says, these sessions are obviously also, we like to say their spread sizes are a bit high. So we don't tend to really scalp these particular pairs. We don't tend to scalp them, right? So we're looking at AUD pairs, NZD pairs, JPY pairs, right? These are the particular pairs that are open right now. AUD, NZD, and JPY, right? Also, we're going to look at, if we have a particular trade setup coming in for the morning, and we basically press a sell limit or a buy limit, we're going to look for that particular setup for the London session at 3 a.m., or even the New York session, right? So even though if we see a particular pair tonight, whatever the harmonic scanner gives us, we're going to be looking at that, guys, because listen, there's no way I could do this call in 30 minutes by going onto another platform or trading view and looking at all those different pairs when I have the good old harmonic scanner telling me what pair to look at, if to buy, if to sell. It's also telling me where to put my entry, my risk, and all you have to do is apply your confirmation checklist. So we know what time zone we're trading in right now, right? Next thing, you want to pay attention to news. You know, for the more advanced traders out there, you would know that today, I don't know how it was trading for you guys, but I felt that the market was a bit sketchy today to me. I find it was a little, sluggish. Even though we got some great pips on the BT channel, which was good, but I felt it was a bit sluggish. We didn't have much news, not much volatility in terms of that. Tomorrow we could potentially look at some USD news. I am seeing that, this is something particularly interesting to look at as well. This USD news at 10 a.m. And then I would really pay close attention to Wednesday as well. We have a good amount of GBP news as USD news. It's not a lot, but I would pay close attention to the type of news it is as well, right? So we want to make sure that we have this looked in at forexfactory.com. Know what particular news is coming out as well on your particular market that you're looking at, right? So okay, let's jump into it. The harmonic scanner. For the new people on the call, you don't know how to access the harmonic scanner. What you want to do is log into your iMarkets Live account. Make sure that you log into that on a regular basis and select harmonic scanner. When you scroll down to the bottom of the screen, you'll see connect now. You click that button or type in imlharmonicscanner.com and you log in to your personal account, right? Just want to log into that. Let me just refresh this page. Great. Right, so let's jump straight into it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to get started. Euro USD. I was in this pair this morning. I don't know who caught the sell in this particular scalp, but this was good. Thank you, Alpha John. I'm not hearing anybody's audio. I'm not sure if it's the mic I'm using, but as long as you guys are hearing me loud and clear, that's important. Okay, good. Right, so Euro USD, I called the sell on this morning using the scanner as well. So let's see, what are we looking at tonight? USD CHF. Remember, I don't come prepared to these calls, ladies and gentlemen. I come to just see what is on the market tonight, what is on the market in the morning, because this is what the harmonic scanner does. It tells me everything I need to know without, going to all these other things that I don't have time for. This is what I like to do. I like something to be presented to me in front my plate all the time. Right, so let's see what we have here tonight, right? The first thing you need to do is draw your confirmation checklist. So we start with trend lines, and remember, if your trend line doesn't match up, that's okay. You don't want to force the trade, basically. So my trend line would be different to yours, and your trend line would be different to mine, because remember, it's not a line, it's really a zone. Right, all the oldies on the call, they would notice, from the IML Academy. Daisy said what? It's not a line, it's particularly a zone. So also these calls, you want to look at where the trend line passes through the X and D points. These are particularly good areas to get. Sometimes the scanner is glitchy, so I mean, that's okay, right? Things are developing. So let me see. Let me just adjust this. So first thing you need to do, new people on the call, is draw your trend line. So when you see you have a particular trend line happening, you want to know that, hey, this is a good thing that's happening right now. Some people like to zoom in and they like to look at the trend line, like, Mr. Rambasad. He comes in and see, where's the potential take profit areas as well. He's a great trader as well, and I've learned everything I know from him and his experience. So this is what it is. You have the trend line here as well. So we know that this is a particular zone that we look in the market to come back into. Okay, so good. So I like to look for trend channels, but I'm not going to complicate it right now. So after you draw your trend line, you want to look for major reversal areas or major reversal zones. What does that mean? In the IML Academy, it shows you areas or zones where price has reversed. So that's this area here. You want to identify that. Why? Because we are confirming this as a high probability trade setup. Remember, that's all we're interested in. We're not interested in pressing buy or sell. We're interested in buying at the correct time and selling at the correct time. So this particular market is USD CHF for those that are using your harmonic scanner right now. USD CHF, make sure to check that out. We're looking for a buy. And right now we're seeing the market a bit consolidating, a bit sketchy in this particular area. That is all right. So let's identify it here. And as Mr. Rampazad puts it, let's put it in green as the entry area, right? So that is the entry area there. So we're seeing major reversal areas, trend lines, and the next thing we like to look for is support and resistance, because support and resistance zones, a lot of people come to me, they say, Mr. Singh, I don't know exactly when to enter a trade. I'm not sure because the market moves so fast, and sometimes, the entry of the scanner, I say it's simple. All you need to do is identify support and resistance. Although it's already built into the harmonic scanner, you just need to identify it with your naked eye by doing this. Putting down a line and then taking the little rectangle box thingy and basically identify it as a zone and see, is this right now where the entry line is it a good zone for support and resistance? And you could also scroll back into the past to see what was going on. So if I zoom in, I could see that this was the area of resistance. It broke free, price went all the way up, right? And people who are wondering why I didn't draw it in here as well, these are also major reversal areas. So all here, major reversal areas as well. Right, as I said, guys, these are learn and earn sessions. The first chart I do, it's always for, the newbies, for people to learn, and then we speed through the rest, right? Because anything else could come after, right? And also I try to get a little time, so, whatever this kind of dishes out, we could be able to catch it. Because we don't know exactly when this kind is going to dish out pairs, right? Right, where was I? Support and resistance. So price broke free and then it went up. And then we're seeing here that it's being respected as basically support. So this long wick here, remember long wicks are also a good sign of market exhaustion. The market is being exhausted. So we're seeing touch, support, it went up, support, all the way down. It went up, it broke free, it broke over here and it went back, tested as support again. Now price has moved up and it's looking to test back at support. So what do we do when your trend line matches up with your area of support and resistance? We are confirming that as a high probability zone. Now, some people would like to say, how do I know when to enter? You see, anywhere in this blue zone here or anywhere in this green area here, you want to potentially buy. So if I were you, let me write it down. I want to write down these trades because I realize I don't really write down the trades when I call it. I want to take my trades tonight because they are really good trades that we look to call on the harmonic scanner. So if price comes down into this blue zone here, I would buy USD CHF. So the entry line of this is 0.98443, 0.98443. So that is the entry line of the scanner, but we're looking at the zone. So your stop loss is around 24, let's say 25 pips. Let me just zoom out a little bit. I would take it for 25 pips, which is 0.98186. Let me write that down. 0.98186 for the buy, and we're entering in that zone. And my take profit would be, remember, as Mr. Rambazad always says, even Alpha John, you want to make sure and secure your profits as well. So take profit 1 is 60 pips, right? 60 pips. I would take that for take profit 1. Why? Because if I see 60 pips on a 0.01, that's $6. That's past my $5, my $5 goal. I would take that take profit 1 for 60 pips, right? So take profit 1 or take profit 2 if you wanna, you have a longer goal. Take profit 1 or take profit 2, but I recommend take profit 1 so you could secure your money and bag that as a win. This particular trade, we're looking at this moving for the New York session in the morning. So guys, keep your eye out for USD CHF happening in the morning and buying this particular entry zone. What is the entry zone? It's whatever zone you find to be support and resistance. But for simplicity's sake, calling out this trade right now, let me just look at this for you guys here. 1 minute. Let me just check this out. USD CHF, right? 98576, 98576, 98576. That's a zone there as well. Okay, no, so 98039, yeah. So 98039. Okay, that's alpha. That's the daily support. Okay. So yeah, I would still, and that's why we have a stop loss. Even though we have different areas of support, I would take the buy within this particular zone here, right? So why? Because it matches up with my analysis, and that is what I would basically roll with, right? Even though if you see price come down to this area, we see in price reverse here, but a high probability trade, it shows me with my trend lines and my major reversal areas, I would take the buy at this particular area for take profit 1, right? So buy USD CHF, take profit 1, your risk is 0.98186, right? Proper risk management, know your daily goal, please, ladies and gentlemen, right? So that is what we have. So I will save this chart later. Okay, next pair, moving on. We're going to move quicker now, guys. Euro AUD. I believe this was retesting last time I checked. It's going back up to the retest, right? This is calling for a sell, which is a good sell. I'm seeing this is a downward trend, so it's a trend scan as far as I'm seeing here, right? On the major time frame. So we have Euro AUD. It's going to probably retest. So let's analyze this quick. So Euro AUD, right? Quick movements, guys. Let's see what we get in tonight with this. Euro AUD, trend line, good. Right, we're not gonna force it. We're not gonna force it. This should be good, but it doesn't fit a proper trend line in my eyes. I don't think so. I would see the trend more or less going down this way. That's a trend line, right? So you see why I say don't force it, because we don't basically want to, force a trade and say, hey, I drew these nice pretty lines, but nice pretty lines don't make money, right? So let's see. Let's scroll down a little bit and see what we're seeing. Right. That looks a little better there now. That's much more of a believable trend line. Why? Because we have touches on the trend line. We're seeing that where price respected that particular area. And let me look for my trend channel now so I could know, is it a good, a good channel basically. So we're seeing that as the channel, right? So trend lines, major reversal areas, hope you're seeing that. And, price for the support and resistance. Let's see if we could catch a retest on the entry of this, right? If I look back into the past, I'm seeing where price is right now. That was once area of support. So basically it's retesting right now as resistance, right? If I scroll back a little further, this little area here was support as well. Support, support, support. So yeah, look at that. Look at that zone right there. I'm seeing where price came up in this area, this zone here, and tested for support. So Euro AUD for the sell, and where I would enter, I would wait for the retest in this particular green line. So more than likely, I would like to place a sell limit here, right? I would place a sell limit and anywhere in this particular small region here. So you can look for this as a zone to sell, because it's going to be a very narrow zone you could put your sell limit for. So sell limit on Euro AUD, right? This could be a trade for tonight as well, because we don't have much news or anything coming up. So you could basically place your sell limit and wake up in profits in the morning, right? So sell limit, your entry, that is risking about 38 pips, which is not bad. I would take the Harmonic Scanner stop loss 38 pips. So that is 1.58597. Your entry is 1.58178. And you could basically sell if the market comes back into this particular area. For the people who have more of a brave heart and they want to press sell right now, you may face a drawdown of potentially 30 pips. Let's see what the BRS strategy looks at for the entry. Remember, I don't use BRS for 10 pips. I use the BRS strategy for a precise entry, because remember, you can have all the confirmations in the world, all the strategies in the world, but all it is, it's basically a list of confirmations to make your trade a highly profitable one, right? So I'm seeing we could more than likely get a retest here. It's already turned, but I strongly believe from my technical analysis standpoint that we could get a retest of this area. So Euro AUD for the sell. Let me write that down. Euro AUD sell limit. Okay, great. Moving forward, we usually look at one other major time frame before we jump to the 15-minute. So let's check again, ladies and gentlemen. One other pair. Let me see. Mr. Alpha John, are you looking at anything on the harmonic scanner right now? I know he's a master what he does as well. Let me know. Are you seeing anything on the scanner tonight, sir? Let me know. Do we have Sean Cashy on the call as well? Another good trader. Even Mr. Jeremy Richards. You guys, these are, the leaders who are stepping up to the plate, doing a lot of great things. And, these are the guys I want to be traders like them as well, because they practice what they need to practice. They show the group that, hey, the harmonic scanner is beast, right? So guys, let me know. Are you seeing anything? I like to give the team something if they want to call out something.
I've seen your
Call out the
US.
broker and the time frame for me. I'll be
I
seeing
see.
in the meanwhile if
I
you're
see
seeing anything.
XM.
Like I said,
I don't have
market
my
is a bit
screen.
slow
I
today.
use
We
my
don't
phone.
have much happening right now.
Are
Let me
you
see
hear
the
me?
chat box as well, because I'm not sure my audio is working too good, Alpha.
You hear me? You hear me, Chris? Yeah.
Okay,
Um.
there's an error in my audio, Alpha. Hold on 1 minute. If you could tell me in the chat box, because I can't hear anything. I have to disconnect my audio from it.
Let me see if I can
AUD
send
USD.
some. I see Euro USD.
Alpha, 1 minute. I'm getting a little technical difficulties on my side with hearing. Let me see if I could disconnect my Bluetooth.
Alright, so let's see if I can. Alright. Euro USD.
Right, you guys hear me still?
Yes, loud and clear, buddy.
Nice. Well, right now I'm at work, I have laptop at the moment. Okay, great. Alpha, I know you have your mic unmuted. Let me know if you're hearing.
I hear you loud and clear, buddy. I don't know if you hear me. You hear me? I don't know if you hear me.
Let me know in the chat box what you're hearing, because I'm not getting feedback from my audio there.
Okay, we're looking at.
I'm not hearing Alpha. There's something wrong with my audio right now, guys. So you'll have to tell me in the chat box. I have to resolve that. Your USD XM. Okay, thanks. Yeah. Apologies for that technical difficulties there. Okay, cool. Yeah, guys, I'm not able to hear. I'm not sure what's causing that. I'm not able to hear. I can just. Okay, thanks. It's something with the audio. I probably messed with the audio when I came into the call. Okay, good. Okay, good. Let's see it. AUD USD XM. All right. So yeah, if you had to communicate with me, I could just read it in the chat box. I can't hear the audio right now. Or Euro USD. I'm not seeing Euro USD. It didn't pop up on my scanner yet. Let me refresh and see. I'm seeing AUD USD as somebody just said on the call, but I'm not seeing Euro USD. It probably came and disappeared. Are you still seeing it on your end? Yeah, Euro. Yeah, I know. I'm not seeing it here. Euro USD, Euro USD, Euro USD. No. Right, scan absent, yeah. One of the things you want to note, ladies and gentlemen, the web scanner and the desktop scanner, sometimes they give, different trades. All are good, but sometimes they disappear. Even if you're using a web scanner, the scan will come and then it will go. So that's fine. Let me see if another broker has it by chance. No, I just seen AUD USD, not Euro. Okay, that's all right. Well, this can is already going strong. More than likely, it might retest. But I'm seeing something I like up here. I like GBP pairs. Oh, look at this. Great. So we're seeing some strong red candles coming down. 15-minute charts, almost reaching the entry line. It came down to the entry line already. So let's see if we could get a retest on this, right? Since it's a 15-minute chart, let me check the BRS and see exactly if we could get a proper entry with this right now, right? Because 15-minute chart, you just want to get a correct entry. It's not about pressing buy or sell anyway, because you don't want yourself in too much drawdown, right? So this is GBP NZD 15-minute chart. I would definitely wait for this particular pair. So let me check my technical analysis to know exactly where to wait, right? Let's see, trend line, drawing it up real quick, right? Trend line there. So, and then we have support and resistance areas. Zoom out, zoom out. Exactly where the stop loss is, around that area. And GBP AUD from Paul. Okay, cool, no problem. Yeah, so I would really wait for GBP NZD as well for the buy limit. I would wait for price to come down where the stop loss is, because I think from my technical analysis, it has a lot of room to move still right now. So remember in Forex, you're not paid to press buy or sell, you're paid to wait. So I would wait, for price to come back down into this particular zone here. So where the stop loss is, I would look out at. It's a sell. It's selling too strong right now. Yeah, exactly. It's too much of a strong sell to press buy right now. So if you look at the lineup right now, nothing is lining up for the buy at all. So you can look at GBP NZD for the buy, so a buy limit. I would look at this particular zone. If you guys not seeing what I'm saying, let me just draw the zone to actually show you what I'm seeing here. Anyway, in this particular zone here, I would look at the buy. Once my, it lines up for that particular entry for the buy here, I would buy within the zone. So that's where the stop loss is. So that's 1.92317 to around 1.92228, basically, right? So wait until the market starts to turn, right? So GBP NZD for a buy limit. Right, and now let's look at, okay, GBP AUD from Paul, and then we'll look at Euro USD again. So GBP AUD, Paul, what time frame and broker was that? Right, that's good alpha. GBP AUD, I got it. Right, I got it. Ooh, I got it. GBP AUD on XM already touched take profit 1. It's just retest again for take profit 1. So we could likely see this going up for a retest at the entry again when we're seeing this kind of consolidation. But I'm seeing lower highs and not any lower lows right now. So we're seeing the candle pushing up right now. So let's do a quick run analysis on it and see what we're seeing right now. So trend lines, major reversal areas, what are we seeing? I don't really like 15-minute chart because, it's good for scalping, but you don't really scalp any nighttime, guys. Right, so that trend line, a little too far up. It touches about 3 times, so it's a trend. More than likely, you would see it come back up to the entry, to the trend channel. Let me see what we're seeing. That's another channel. Right, so we could more than likely see this for take profit 3 with GBP AUD, and let's look at support and resistance for a zone to enter back. So we already have 3 pairs. This would be the last pair, ladies and gentlemen, because we just really look for 3 to 4 pairs proper risk management to see exactly what is going on now, right? I would have to flip to trading view to see this particular one because this kind of is not pulling me back all the way. Right, so if I look all the way back, right, and this is how you identify support and resistance, ladies and gentlemen. You look all the way back into the past to see what's going on.
right? So I see that in the past, this was the area of support. Look at that, perfect support. Perfect support there, right? So let's not go too far back, right? On the 15-minute chart, we're seeing some resistance, support that we tested. So basically, if we flip back to the scanner, if we get a retest on this entry, I would take the sell because I am seeing clear evidence of support and resistance here. And also I would tend to wait. So I'm seeing trend lines and we see the major reversal areas here, here, and here. And retest of the entry 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We could probably look at it for one more time. So yeah, that was a good pair. And then Euro USD on trade as well as we close off. That would be the fifth pair. Is it a 15 minutes? I am still waiting on a sell on Euro USD right now. So most definitely, yes, I would sell Euro USD because I analyzed that chart since last week, Friday. So I'm still looking at a sell on Euro USD. I wouldn't even have to analyze that for you guys. That is as strong as I tell you it is. A sell on Euro USD. Exactly where to enter. Well, sorry for that entry there. So exactly where to enter, ladies and gentlemen, I would, there's a chart on BT channel. I forwarded to one of the traders there. You could look at that chart that was sent last week. It broke, I believe it broke the stop loss, but I already came out with profit. But look at that chart for a top-down analysis. But to sell on Euro USD, I would probably press sell anywhere now or wait to take profit. One is wait for retest, because that is about to drop about a good 30 pips as well. I'm expecting Euro USD to drop 30 pips, right? But proper risk management, but we're focusing tonight on USD, CHF, Euro AUD, GBP, NZD, and that's it for TAN, GBP, AUD as well. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs tonight. So mark up your charts. New people on the call, remember to send your trades in 10 Chairman 10 or your other Telegram groups to see exactly what we are doing. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it tonight for our weeknight trade session. You know, big up to everybody on the call that we have tonight. I'm seeing we have 63 people on the call tonight. You know, that is well done. You know, next call is going to happen on Wednesday at 9 p.m. And from next week, we are going to be starting our 5 a.m. you know, signal trade sessions where we are basically going to be helping people make their daily profits before they even go to work or before lunchtime even reaches, right? Could someone place the coordinates? The coordinates for them. I was calling them out, so I'm not sure who took down the coordinates for them. So please, people, yeah, you guys share out your charts, you know, for the people who missed the coordinates, the specific entries and stop loss. You want to make sure and take that down. So yeah, look out for our next call on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Also, we're going to be starting those signal trade sessions from 5 a.m. So you want to wake up early to basically catch those pairs, ladies and gentlemen, catch what it is we're doing, right? This is what we're going to be looking at as well. So good night, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for tonight. Yeah, I'm not going to end the call just yet. For those who have the entries, please share them with everybody on the call so that they get the proper entry and stop losses and whatnot, because I refreshed my harmonic scanner and I lost the chart. But I believe USD CHF, the entry was 0.98186. I did write that down. Euro AUD was a sell limit. GBP NZD was a buy limit. Right? Look at that as well. So I only have for USD CHF 0.98186. Right, so check back that. So who took down the points on the call tonight? Make sure to send it back in the chat right now so everybody could benefit from them, as we already did our time tonight. So also IML TV at 10:30 p.m. with Sir Jean-Marc Leon. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss that, because more than likely he would look at all the exact pairs I just looked at, because he is what we call, you know, a master trader on IML TV as well. You know, when I now got started, Sir Jean-Marc Leons was my go-to guide, together with Mr. Rampersad. So make sure to catch his call, right? The mega trade session at 10:30. He will be using the harmonic scanner as well, right? So guys, look for him on IML TV. But whoever took the points down for the call, Reese, I know Reese is on the call. Reese, did you take down the points for the entry? Just let them know. I know Reese is on the call. I'm not sure who else would have taken down the particular entry. Paul. I'm not sure if Paul took them down either. right? Anybody on the call, please feel free to share your information because I only have it for one entry, but USD CHF is 0.98186, Euro AUD is sell limit, GBP NZD is a buy limit, and GBP AUD was a sell limit as well, I believe. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight. That is all. So anybody who has any questions, I will be remaining back to answer any questions, anything that you would have missed. I'm here to help you to understand what it is you don't understand. But this is it for tonight, guys. Thank you for coming out. Enjoy the rest of your night. Happy trading, proper risk management. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Okay.
Any questions, you would have to type it in the chat box. Let me try to work on this audio right now. Let me work on the audio. Okay, great. I got back the audio, guys. So, any questions? Let me know now. I can hear everybody now. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
I leave it.
Okay, Reese. Thank you very much, Reese. Reese provided some of the entries there that we had. Thank you very much, Sean. What I'll do, I have some time on my hands tonight as well. I'll see if I could analyze back the charts and send it to Intention. Okay, so if anybody doesn't have any questions, otherwise, we're going to be ending this call right now. Thank you very much for joining in this trade session tonight.